Folks,
I don't see how you give Martinez rounds 2 or 3 though.
Yeah. In those second and third rounds, Draper he really came out.
Yeah.
He was
sometimes with judges will sometimes subjectively think that the guy going forward as the aggressor gets points for that, but it's really who does more damage.
And how hard, as a judge, how hard is that to kind of keep that in perspective?
Well, it's all about concentration. You just got to focus and block everything out.
Yeah, a lot going on in here. It's a loud environment here in the.
I do disagree with that one, but again, it was a close fight, so I'm not going to call it a controversy like Holyfield Lewis won or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, if all the fights are like that one, we're in for quite a night.
For a heck of a night, absolutely. And folks, I'd tell you which one we had coming up next, but what we have on the lineup card was not what we had first. They told us we were going to be reading from bottom to top, and we started with what looked like it was going to be the second fight here tonight. The first fight on the list was that Carlos Welch, Darius Shorter fight, so I'm going to venture to guess hopefully that's our next fight, but who knows? We'll see what's going on.
I wrote Driver Martinez. We'll just wait and see. This is kind of a jumbled up situation. Watson. Driver Watson.
You doing commentary?
Tell him we're live.
Getting ready to throw down here again in our second fight. We're moving right along. We're going to have Chuckie Driver and Ronnie Watson coming up. David, tell us a little bit about Chuckie Driver down here.
Chuckie Driver's an amateur fighter from this area. He's got good hand speed. The one thing he lacked in his pro debut, he didn't show a lot of power. So he needs to be able to set down on his punches and get a little more pop. But he's a very quick boxer, very good hand speed.
Just the second fight here for professional fight, I should say, for Chuckie Driver. He is 1-0 in his career, though, going up against Ronnie Watson, who's hungry for that first win at 0-4.
Yeah, Ronnie Watson is what we refer to in the sport as a journeyman. It'll just be very interesting to see what condition he's in. Hopefully he'll make a good fight of it.
Watson down here got the blue bandana over his face in the gold and black garb, getting ready to head on over to the blue corner. Watson, a local guy as well. I don't believe
he's an out-of-town fighter, I believe. Yes, sir. I think he's from Georgia.
We got a couple of belts down here. Do you know what those might happen to be?
You know, I don't know what those are. Those there sometimes tends to be a proliferation of belts, and they're not the World Boxing Council Championship or something. We'll see.
Might just be something for looks, basically.
Your second fight of the evening. So we have 4 rounds.
Tony Leahy on the call. We're going to go 4 rounds again.
Referee will be Anthony Ronnie.
132 pounds. Is that a bantamweight, flyweight? At 132 pounds.
Yes, we've got Watson in the red corner and Chuckie Driver in the blue corner.
For this weight class, 132 pounds, is that a flyweight? Or
that is a lightweight.
It's a lightweight.
Yeah, the lightweight limit is 135.
So we got, once you go 185 and above, you're heavyweight, correct?
No, 185 is cruiserweight.
Talk to us a little bit about this judge, the gentleman in the ring. Is that our same guy?
Yeah, same referee, Anthony Bryant. Very gifted referee. He's actually worked some Don King cards. He's refereed out in Las Vegas. He's really the best referee that we have in this area.
Still the best fight scene in the world, Las Vegas.
Absolutely.
Couldn't get any better than being at the Palace.
Absolutely.
Second best place, Tennessee State Fairgrounds.
That's right.
We're so glad to have you, David. You bring so much knowledge to the table, and it's just wonderful to enjoy the broadcast with you. And Anthony and I are just thrilled to have you on board.
I'm honored to be here.
Absolutely could not do it without you.
Glad to be here.
You bring so much to the table, and we know very little.
Well, Watson's coming out, throwing everything. Wild shots. Chuckie's good, disciplined fighter. See how quick his jab is?
Both of these guys a lot quicker.
Yeah, but Watson's wild. Driver throws straight punches.
Boy, we stepped up our, the level of competition here.
Yeah, Driver had some good amateur experience. So amateur experience is very important for a boxer. Learn the fundamentals. And he's really just swarming, overwhelming.
Down he goes.
Knockdown. Fighter's got to go to the neutral corner on a knockdown. We'll see how much fighting spirit Watson has.
This countdown, of course.
Oh, wow. You know what?
That's it.
That's not very impressive. You've got to get up. You've got to get up from that and make a better effort. But good showing for Chuckie Driver. He came out and got the job done and really overwhelmed his opponent with his hand speed and power.
Wow, yeah, exactly what you just said. The number one thing that stuck out to me was how fast these guys were throwing these jabs, and they get some quick hooks down here at the bottom of your screen, folks. Man, that was a heck of a show for.
But Anthony, there was a real discernible difference there. Watson was throwing wide shots, and Chuckie Driver was throwing straight, quick shots. It really made all the difference. There's a distinct level in skill between those two fighters.
Absolutely.
But that's normal, and that's what we see when fighters start their careers. Is you want to build them up slowly. You don't want to throw them in over their head their first couple fights.
And experience-wise for Watson, what can he really learn from this, from what you saw?
It looks like, I hate to say it, but it looks like he just came in to collect a payday. He's just got to get back to the gym and work harder and be in better condition. He really was outclassed tonight.
Absolutely. Chuckie Driver.
But I will say it takes a lot of courage to even step through those ropes.
Oh.
I go do boxing training every Sunday, and it's very difficult to avoid punches. I'm very good at having punches land on my face. So I have a lot of appreciation for the skill.
I don't know if you could pay me anything to do that. I played a little football back in the day, but of course in football you're pretty well protected as far as pads and stuff go. Don't know if I could ever step in a ring with anybody.
Swing the spot, brother. Swing the spot.
And that's what you often see on club shows, and this is an entertaining club show. You'll have one fight that's a really competitive affair, and then you might have another fight that's might be better classified as a blowout. But it's really good to develop these young fighters, to develop a crowd following, and then people will come see the fighters.
Things may be a little more serious for Watson, a paramedic climbing into the ring.
Yeah, he took some pretty good body shots there, so hopefully he's okay.
Yeah.
Never want to see anybody seriously hurt.
A little hunched over. Looks like he's having trouble kind of catching his breath. You've got to think, those body shots right there just nailing you in the diaphragm. Lord, that would be hard to deal with.
It really takes some breath out of you when you take a good body shot.
Yeah.
58 seconds into the first round. Your winner, Chuckie Young Pressure Driver.
It's a good showing. I would assume they'll probably step up the quality of opposition for his next fight.
Absolutely, and if we keep moving up the way we have, we'd have Luis Galarza and Matt Murphy next.
Luis Galarza is a local product. He's actually been in the ring with fighters of the caliber of Austin Trout and Kell Brook. Kell Brook's a former world champion.
Yeah.
Austin Trout is also fight for world championships. So Galarza really has a lot of experience. He hasn't fought in about 22 months. So it's going to be interesting to see if he can shed the ring rust. But he's a very aggressive, crowd-pleasing fighter. He beat Paul Delgado down in Georgia a few years ago. He's got some ability, and he's really a crowd-pleasing fighter.
Chuckie Driver getting a couple of still shots done down there from the local photographers. And, this is professional boxing that we have here in front of us tonight, but of course, in all sports, you take baseball, minor league baseball, that's professional baseball, you're getting paid to do it. How close to what I guess you'd call it the big time are these guys?
Well, this is more of a minor leagues, but there's some fighters on this card that certainly have the potential to move up into the bigger leagues. Senna Edbeko, if he keeps winning, you know, he's 20-1 right now. If he strings together a few more wins, he could very well move into the major leagues, so to speak.
And a couple of these guys are some guys that are a little bit older as well.
I want to point out Medel Sando, Cuba, as he's often called. He has a lot of hand speed. He's very skilled. If he focuses and is disciplined, I think you and the Stork will be very impressed with his skill set.
Absolutely. Well, folks, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break real quick. We will be right back when we get ready to turn up the next fight. Don't go anywhere.